Hi everyone, this is Arpad from Starpath Academy, and I really hope that you had a wonderful Easter and you spent some time with your family. In this video, I wanted to talk about a little update or give a little update about the channel and also about some future topics that I'm thinking about exploring on the channel, and hopefully with your help, but also hopefully having some guests on the channel as well. And it really started with a question that has been posted on my buymeacoffee.com/startpath academy account, where you can sign up for memberships or you can support the channel. As you know, I do have a Patreon account and a Buy Me a Coffee account, and I often ask my followers or my members to post some questions there. And there has been this question that I've been sitting on because I'm simply unable to give satisfactory answers, and at least to my standards. So I'm going to read you the question and then have just a little bit of open conversation and then give you an update. Right, so the question goes, "Hi Arpad, would you do a video about an offensive solution for those who want to deny capital to the Davos oligarchs? I would love to pull my capital out of the globalist cabal banks, divest retirement funds away from BlackRock and Vanguard, or any company utilizing ESG scoring and refinance my home to a lender that won't sell my debt to a central bank. But what bank or credit union can we trust? Where to reallocate retirement funds to focus less on growth and more on freedom? Is there a mortgage lender we can trust? Thanks, God bless you, your family, and this awesome community you're building." Well, first of all, I want to thank you for this great question. It really had me pondering for a very long time, actually, and I'm just simply unable to give a good enough answer, right? But here we are, right? And hopefully the community can help in answering this question. But I also want to take this as a step for exploring other options, right? So basically, I would like to ask the community, whether you're on Patreon or Buy Me a Coffee or just a commenter on YouTube, because I read a lot of the comments, could you give me an example of a good answer for this? Do you know of any banks or mortgage companies that don't sell mortgages to one of these gigantic companies that actually take advantage of you and society as a whole, and sometimes do use your own capital to work against you? Let's just put it mildly. So I don't know of any company that would do that. I try to say that use local banks or credit unions or that sort of stuff, but oftentimes the mortgages get sold and resold all over again and end up in the same basket, and then they are packaged in with other mortgages and then bet on, and it just ends up fueling more of the same that you might be against. So to be honest, I don't know of any of these. However, and I don't want to go into offensive solutions on YouTube because this is a public platform. And to be honest, I don't even know if offensive is the right word, as I think it would be better to be just outside of the world that you do not want to support, because it may be that it's working for your neighbor, right? It may be that it's working for others who actually like the system. So but I do believe you have the right to pull out of the system, and I think that is how you can work for your own freedom and for your own liberty, right? So I think we need to explore this question more, and I'm gonna plan on having interviews, if I can schedule them, with the right people on how to deal with this. But I do believe the solution has to come from a level above, basically from a different dimension, right? And I don't think it can be just a purely technical solution, like, okay, just use Bitcoin or just use gold or silver. It has to be sort of an elevation of the mind, or the zeitgeist that we are in. And we can definitely achieve this as a people, right? Humanity can go there at some point. However, I think it has to be taken slow and not to make any jumps, because it could be taking you into a worse direction. So, but for now, I think I want to mention that I don't believe it's going to be a technical solution only, that, okay, just use this and you're done. It has to be like, many people have to be in the mentality of how money and how capital can serve us, right? Serve the people who are participating in the market, instead of that being so centralized. So it has to come from that point, right? And to be honest, it does favor hard work, and a lot of people don't want, or don't or don't want to be in this mentality that you have to work for everything. But you do, in my opinion. Maybe not hard work, but that you have to definitely contribute something. And a lot of people think that in this day and age you can just make a lot of money with selling NFTs, which you can, if they're correct. But that mentality is also in the zeitgeist of the problem that we're trying to solve, or at least the commenter is trying to solve. So with that said, I do want to say technology, or some forms of that, have to be part of the solution, in order to compete with the current monetary systems, because money has to be convenient to use, and it has to be it has to solve the basic problems of what money needs to solve. And I believe gold and silver can definitely solve one aspect of that, but we need some other aspects of that as well. And whenever someone comes up with a possible great solution, or it could be even private money or something like that, it always gets taken over or attacked. So it has to be something very grassroots. And that's why I liked the idea of Bitcoin. I liked the idea of cryptocurrency, because that seemed to promise that, right? But I think that it failed in delivering it, because it became, its own success became sort of a path to failure, because everyone became kind of obsessed with the price of something, which is good. I mean, you know, we do want some sort of deflationary currency. However, a huge success where everyone is just using it for speculation kind of works against its original goal, as I understand its original goal. So, but there are a lot of cryptocurrency solutions out there, some worse, some better. So I did get interested in this field of technology a long time ago, and I did research it a lot. However, I did get kind of pulled out of it later, and now I'm trying to see it with fresh eyes, instead of which coin can go up or something like that, or what would be the best way to turn a quick buck, or double your money, or 10x your money, or something like that, which you can probably find. But I'm not giving crypto advice or investment advice ever on this channel. I'm not even planning to do, but I do want to see some possible solutions, and possible technologies that we could use for that would actually benefit us, but it should solve a very specific problem in a very specific way, instead of being a method or a way to speculate. So that's why I kind of got a bit disgusted about the whole crypto sphere, that it turned on only into speculation, and its whole goal became speculation. However, I do see the beauty of the technology behind it, how you could do international trade with that, outside of the banking system, that should serve you, right? The two people who are making the trade. However, even with Ethereum and Bitcoin, the transaction fees are just, I don't see how better they are than just sending the money through banks, right? Or PayPaling the money or doing anything like that. So I will be spending some time exploring some of these solutions, but you have to understand that at no point am I trying to push you into the madness of the crypto world. But you have to understand that just because you like or you don't like something, you should still explore what's behind it, the motive behind it, or how it can be used for something else that maybe was not intended for. Because I do believe freedom rests on two people being able to make trade without coercion and without money masters in between them. I think that is very essential for freedom. And just with things that have been going on in Canada not so long ago, or I mean, it's kind of funny that, well, not funny, for definitely not funny for some, but how some Russian, let's just say, people in sports or anywhere else, but even some bad people, right, can lose access to their to their wealth. While sometimes we or you may root for the action itself, it does kind of wake you up from the slumber that we have been pushed into, that money is just money. Well, technically, it's not. It's just a system of trust. And when that system of trust is lost, technically you're at the whim of whoever controls the flow of the money. So I think it was good for the whole purpose of showing you an exercise how the perceived wealthy or perceived powerful can become not powerful at all, and after an action or after a day, right? So that hopefully that will open up a lot of people in order to explore what is money. Well, why can they do this? What are the laws around it, and so on. So I think that is me trying to fulfill my promise of seeing everything positive for this week, and every news this week, as much as positive as can. But I think one of the biggest positives that have been overlooked since the pandemic, and definitely all of the craziness afterwards, was actually a lot of regular people questioning how the system works and what is money, what is wealth, right? So I think that's a huge positive, and we are going in the right direction, but I think we're sort of lost in the many solutions that are proposed to us. So I'm planning to do interviews with people who hopefully can answer this question better, but also maybe with people who are in the gold and in the crypto space and could share their knowledge. But at no point I will be pushing any of these maybe coins or companies onto you. I just want to understand what these people are trying to solve. So hopefully we can do that, and I will still continue with the types of videos I did before. But I do want to emphasize that we have to somehow grow the solution out from the pantry, right? Out from just saving yourself and your family into hopefully exploring possibilities to save the nation, to save many people as possible, right? And of course, by saving, I mean kind of helping them on their way of exploring their freedom and their possibilities. And that way, I hope we can elevate the whole zeitgeist that we are in today. So thank you for listening to that. And I'm trying to schedule interviews, trying to have more videos, and I'm asking for your help to come up with solutions for the question that was posted. Thank you very much.